I decided to use AI to see if it could find the most compatible people in a dating show format in VRChat. I first asked it to generate a list of interesting and deep personal questions that I could ask a bunch of people that would help accurately find who is the most compatible with each other. The answers were honestly pretty boring and generic, so I asked it to give me some more interesting, unique ones, which would result in more individual answers from each person. I didn't think those questions were very helpful to find true compatibility, so I asked it to generate some more, which would really help to distinguish if two people are actually compatible with each other or not, and rule out if they had any differences that could cause future issues in their relationship. I found those questions pretty good, but not really perfect, so I got it to generate some more which were now specific to a relationship which stays in VR, having no intent to actually meet in real life. I felt like this was a way that I could find two people who are both interested in the same sort of relationship and actually potentially stay together. I was finally happy with the AI generated compatibility questions, so now it was time to find people who would actually be willing to take part in something like this. But not before spilling my tea all over my cords and my modem beside my trampoline. Almost like a sign of the chaos that was to come organizing something like this. Find the girl first. Hey girl, hello female. I think a female.
Hi. Hi.
This doesn't seem female
Hi,
to me.
sister. Wow. Wow. Are you assuming?
But if you are female,
That's crazy.
I don't think you're the kind of female I'm wanting. What's up? Me? Hey girl. Are you a girl? You are? Are you single? And are you potentially interested in getting into an actual VR relationship?
She sucks on my fat cock every night, bro. We get at it every single night.
Okay.
Nah, I'm done with
I'm all up in this motherfucker.
Okay, that's all good. Do you know any girls who could be? Not for me, but for like,
Ed.
for like a dating show thing. Something along those lines. You're too cool for me.
I wasn't moving like across the country and shit.
Honestly,
I had time to like.
I really wanna. I really wanna.
Are you kidding?
I really wanna.
Go shake your hands and clap, bro. Come on. That was so cheesy.
Okay then.
I hope this is like a fucking joke, because if it's not, you are a fucking straight pick me.
How does that even make sense?
I'll be on later. Depends.
Okay. Man dog, this has gone as bad as it possibly could have.
What a pick me.
Apparently now I am somebody trying to get people to pick me.
She pretty much went, hey Eve, are you a girl? Can you please pick me?
I found a 23-year-old girl to be the main person pretty early on, but she ended up ghosting me, which is totally fine. It's not like I was relying on her or anything like that. But we did find somebody else later on.
Hi.
Hi. I'm doing like a dating show thing.
How you doing?
I have a 23-year-old girl who's wanting a VR relationship. I'm finding other people who might be interested.
You okay?
Yeah, I am okay. I was muted and talking to myself. Hello.
Oh, no wonder.
I can help you. Do you need more men? I can ask men. I'm really good at asking men questions.
Of course you are.
There's a kind of a competition. Be interested?
No, thank you. I'm not. I don't think that's a proper way to be in a relationship. I'm alright.
You didn't think so? Okay.
No, thank you.
Lowest minded.
I'm out, I love
How
you.
old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, you're 19. That's pretty young, but like,
We met you last night.
are you single?
Pretty young.
You don't fucking remember?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yes.
young, but how, like,
Yo, hit
you're
chick.
single? Are you licking? Like,
Yeah.
on VRChat?
Nah.
Would you be in, like,
Nah.
a VRChat relationship?
He said no.
I guess you're not open-minded enough. I was just asking if you were on a VRChat relationship, and he said no, so I moved on with my life. Oh, I'm ugly, and I'm fat, and I'm a pick-me. The three most common things I could have been called on VRChat. Why don't you call me something? Come up with something more unique, why don't you? Why don't you call me something more unique? Oh, you can't, you know why? Because you're fucking stupid and you're all one brain cell. That's really why.
We have found one more person, but still no girl.
Huh. Fuck.
Got any girls?
I fucking don't. Maybe he does. I do. None are single.
Can we change that?
Damn it. Alright, well, we could sabotage a relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, I can be a girl, you know.
Oh, that's cute, baby.
What?
What the fuck?
Is that your
I
actual
told you, I could
voice?
I could be the girl if you need me to.
That's
I never get to use it
actually
in real life, because
impressive.
If I did, I'd probably get stabbed.
Yeah.
Can you do it? Can you do it in a non-sexual way or not?
I can't do that.
Okay.
I can't, no.
I see
sound
how
extremely
you.
horny.
It's because that's like 90% of the women that you listen to is it's just porn. You don't have female friends. I get it.
The one that's like farting into the microphone, they said they'd go on the show.
I'm feeling
and
violated
talk
just
to them.
hearing this.
I think she's the one for the show. She's perfect.
Let's see. Hey girl. Hey. Hey girl. Hey. Hi. I'm doing a dating show kind of thing, and I have a bunch of people who I can get together, and you can be the main person, and then I'm going to use AI to see who's the most compatible with you. Are you interested?
Will this be on YouTube?
Yeah. Is that alright?
I just feel very uncomfortable with that.
You can't see your username, like I don't have usernames shown. I don't think you're recognizable. Like, you kind of just sound like everyone else in this game, so no one will know who it is.
Sure, I'm bored.
You feel like doing it?
Yeah, obviously, I'm very bored. Yeah, I'm bored. Kind of busy right now.
Oh, I couldn't tell. Are you open to getting into a VR relationship?
Online, yes.
Man dog, stop pissing in the corner. They'll just say their answers and then you can swipe left or right if you want to keep them or not.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So the first prompt is, what virtual activities do you enjoy doing and would you want to do with your VR partner?
Movies, TV shows, stuff like that. I mean, there's not really much else besides games, is there?
Yeah, I like that answer. Yes on this one.
Jump from world to world and just kind of meet new people.
Yeah, I get that. I do that too. I don't like your username. I hate children. I don't want to be around children. So no.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm a DJ, so I like to go to a lot of the exclusive events, and I'm an artist, so I love to do art.
I don't like DJs, so that's a no for me.
I like playing pool. I like hopping worlds with my friends, just seeing what's out there. Like meeting new people, like Jason. And I like the tank game.
Great game.
That's my go-to.
Very
Yeah,
fun.
thank you. It is a great game.
You're welcome.
You sound like a very fun person. I said yes.
I like to go to music worlds. I spend most of my time doing dancing in front of mirrors. So I'm taking my gamble at finding someone who can be a partner for that.
I like dancing. I like music worlds. I love music. That's a yes.
Chilling in worlds, making new friends.
Do you like anime? Do you like watching anime?
I'd be willing to try it. I'd love to watch it sometime.
Willing to try. Yeah, that's a no for me.
I enjoy just kind of spending time together. The most fun I ever had was singing in karaoke. It was just kind of fun.
I don't like karaoke, so that's a no for me.
So ERP? Sorry, I'm paralyzed from the...
I don't like ERP, that's a no for me.
Watch anime and just world hop, that's it.
Okay, who's your favorite music artist?
Probably be Ronnie Radke from Falling Reverse. I like him.
Okay, that's a yes for me.
Scary movie.
Karaoke is scary movies!
Oh my god.
You're a yes.
Yes! And you're just gonna keep track of how many points you get. The next prompt is, how much time do you guys spend in VR? What times are you even in VR? And how much time would you want to spend with your partner?
My interest in VRChat has gone up quite a bit. Probably a majority of my free time. As for the amount of time we'd spend together, you know, whatever works.
I'm usually on at this time. I'm free at this time. Okay, so you're a yes.
Typically, I'm on VR either 18 or 20 hours a day. I do typically sleep
Oh, no,
in
no,
VR,
no,
but I have a couple
no,
different
no,
hours.
no, get out now.
All depends. I got a golden retriever. I like to take him for hikes and stuff.
Dogs, so that's a no for me.
As much as I possibly can, but this being a VR game makes it hard because of the strain of the headset and stuff. I only usually really play on the weekends when I'm drinking with my friends. I only get on during the week sometimes
I don't
because
like
I have
alcoholics.
IRL
That's a no
stuff.
for me.
Usually I'm just really flexible. My work starts at 8 and it can go until right about now.
Okay.
If
Well,
there's
that's a
a
yes
reason
for
to be on
me.
VR.
I usually work from around 8 to 5. I'm perfectly fine with like texting and phone calls and stuff like that. Whenever someone needs me, I'll try to have my phone on me so they can text. And I always let people know like ahead of time if I'm busy.
You told me. I've only had this thing for like 3 days. I've been on it for a while.
That's a no for me.
I really got nothing on going on in my life, so free almost all the time. I'm usually on around
That's very okay.
And I usually
That's a
play
yes
till,
for
like-
me.
Depends, honestly. Probably like
No,
3-4 hours maybe.
Oh, okay, that's a yes for me.
Would you guys want a casual or more serious relationship in VR? And what kind of relationship is ideal for you?
Something serious is always nice. You know, if you find someone who's willing to get serious with you, you know, why not go for it?
Yeah, that's a yes for me.
Build a friendship first, and then see where things go from there.
Yeah, that's a yes for me. I like that answer.
I'm down for casual, I'm down for serious. It's all up to the other party. If they want to go serious, then usually I would just go serious along with them. I try and match the other person's intent.
You have a hard time choosing things on your own.
I usually would try and match what I do with the other person. I usually go for cooperation and harmony instead of dealing with everything all on my own and like forcing my will upon someone else.
That's a yes for me.
I'd like to start things out as casual. I want to like get to know
true.
you first and make sure we're like compatible. Otherwise, if we jump into a serious relationship, it's just gonna be messy and it's not gonna be fun for anyone.
That's a yes for
Final
me.
answer.
The thing that I want in a relationship is anything that the other person is comfortable with.
I respect
I want to
that.
be compatible and to make sure people are happy. I just want to be there.
Are you bisexual?
I'm pansexual. I don't have a preference on
Period. That's a yes for me.
So I believe in friendship first.
Okay.
And seeing where things go from there. But I do love dates. I like to be a romantic. I like to cuddle. I like to Netflix and chill.
Oh yeah, that's enough for me.
I very much have the same problem as everyone else here. I get too easily attached to people, so if I just go serious,
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
gonna be...
that's enough for me.
I like to start off a little bit casual. Eventually, I will aim for a more serious relationship.
Okay, that's a yes for me.
Starts off casual, then, you know, gets serious as time goes on.
That's enough for me.
Isn't that like the same thing that the other people said?
It was really short, and I didn't feel it.
Her intuition.
Wait, hold on. How can you tell that I
Feel
didn't
it.
need more
I
words?
can just feel it from your energy.
What energy? I was dead serious.
Okay, now
Or
next
'cause I was
person has to
monotone?
know to you.
The next prompt, in a VR relationship, is physical attraction important to you whatsoever? Do you want to know what the person looks like? Do you care what kind of avatars they wear or whatever? Like, is physical attraction something that you care about?
Me, as long as you take care of yourself, it's fine by me, you know?
That's understandable. That's a yes for me.
It doesn't matter if it's casual, but it would matter if it's serious. If you want to know the person more, I just need to see you once, and then it doesn't matter for the rest of the thing. As long as I know how the general appearance is, I could care less.
That's a yes for me.
I think judging someone off of their avatar or something, or appearances doesn't really matter at all. I think that's kind of a terrible thing to do. I think you should be judged
Yeah,
off
true.
of the content of your character. I talked earlier about I think you should be friends first, you know? I think a strong bond is more important.
That's a no for me. That's a no for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't care about appearance. You can look however you want. Of course, if you're healthy. I always want to make sure people are healthy.
You're so sweet.
I care about personality, and I want to make sure that you're happy, and I want to make sure that you're
Personalities
okay.
first, of course. Yes.
Yes.
You're perfect.
Like I told my man behind me, it's all about what's inside, not outside.
That's enough for me.
What the fuck?
It's the same in real life and a virtual relationship.
No.
At the end of the day, I don't really care what you look like. I'm looking for your characteristics, your personality, and how you'll portray that
That's
with
enough for
others.
me.
Avatars? No, I don't care what avatars you wear. Because I wear some goofy avatars sometimes, and this is a game, it's made to have fun. I'd like to know what you like look like and be physically attracted to you, but at the end of the day, if it's only a VR relationship, it's gonna be more about the type of person you are and the emotional and like intellectual connection.
That's a no for me.
I believe physical attraction is a main thing for me, for sure. VR habbies, like, who gives a shit what anyone wears, honestly.
What about my physical appearance?
Like, I also believe that we're all beautiful in our own way, so yeah, I would want to be physically attracted to that person.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
See? I knew I was going this way.
For VRChat, it's completely irrelevant, it just matters whether we click or not.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Physical attraction is important, but it's not like the main thing, I think. And I don't really care about the avatars.
She's deep in
Yeah,
thought.
that's a no for me.
Oh, the next one is communication style. Like, how would you want to communicate, I guess? Loving and close, or if you're kind of like, you're just like funny and goofy, and I don't know, communication style.
Well, the most I could lend is my time in an ear, I suppose.
I feel like you're always talking to me.
My bad. Yeah, you know.
No. No for me.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
That's his communication style. Just avoidant.
So that I can communicate through VRChat. Like I do Discord a lot, or like I text.
Yeah. That's a yes for me.
In VR, I like when we're in a Discord call, deafening and muting to talk in VR, so it's easier to interact with other people as well. So even just hopping in a VC and just chilling, talking, or watching a movie, doing whatever we're doing, that's probably what I would prefer. I like talking to people.
That's a yes for me.
Talking in English, properly communicating with my partner. I guess I just like giving them attention, and I really like receiving it, or whatever, it's not really that important.
Really not important. Yeah, that's a no for me.
I'll use cell phone, I have Discord in my bio, I have Snapchat, I can get anything else.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Also,
Yeah, that's a yes for me.
Usually I display affection pretty physically. I usually am just on Discord all the time, but I'm willing to, like, whatever you want to use, I'd do that as well, type of thing. But for me, like, building a bond is usually just the time you spent together and the memories you built.
That's a yes for me.
It's rare that I'm good at it, but most of the time just that.
I don't think that's true. What do you mean? What?
I mean, I try, but...
You mean like with friends you're fine, more than friends it's harder for you? Because as a friend you're fine, what?
But I'm terrible at
Yeah, yeah.
communication. I'll try, but
Oh,
I'm
I don't
terrible
like
at
that. No, I don't like that. No.
Alright, the next one is what boundaries do you have for if you're in a VR relationship, and what expectations would you have for one as well?
I'm not really that restricting of a person, honestly. So, you know, it's up to you for the most part.
It's very vague, so that's a no for me.
I usually just let whatever happens happen to me, but when it's someone else's, I usually follow to the T.
What if something happens and you don't like it? Do you set boundaries then?
I just avoid that situation.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
If you're talking to anybody else, then you're not talking to me, and that's honestly unacceptable. I definitely, you know, I got you on a tight leash. You gotta be close to me all the time. Did I hear yes? Did I hear yes? I mean, we get to spend a lot of time together. I'm on VR 20 hours a day, so I mean, you might as well. I mean, but I can still sway you.
Boundaries should be set the second we get into the relationship. I hope you're open enough to talk to me. Let me talk to you on whatever.
I love that answer. That's a yes for me.
How to think of everything. I think it's important to get like a baseline of rules. I'm looking in the distance. It's hard to think of everything ahead of time, so I think it's important to, when we get to like a hurdle, we need to be able to talk about it and decide how we're gonna handle the situation and how to set the boundaries. Final answer.
Yeah, it's a yes for me.
How's this for boundaries? Slap.
Ah, you're so cool.
I'm not really good at, like, I guess, predicting boundaries, so you would definitely have to make them pretty clear.
That's a yes for me.
Oh shit.
Boundaries should
Are you
be
a
set
quitter?
immediately.
Do you
I'm
give
not
up
a quitter.
easily?
No, I don't give up easily.
Oh, okay.
Boundaries should be set immediately.
Okay.
As long as you're open and honest with me.
That's very vague. That's a no for me.
Yo. Fuck it.
The next prompt is virtual intimacy. So, what would you want? What would you expect? How close would you want to be with someone in VR like that?
Sharing your own history, you know, be it good or bad, is a nice way to get intimate. Best way to get to know somebody is know how they came to be who they are.
I like that answer. That's a yes for me.
How much you're willing to trust with the person is how much you're willing to be intimate with them. Until you feel more comfortable and more trusting of them, that's when you'll move up to like the next level of intimacy. Talk about what you're willing to do and vice versa.
I like that answer. That's
usually-
a yes for me.
It does take a lot of trust. I personally find myself pretty guarded. I don't really like the idea of like a e-sex kind of thing. I think that's kind of embarrassing.
You just have her on a leash instead. That's enough for you.
Yeah, I mean a tight leash is what I said, but yeah.
Kind of does it.
I got the same answer as him, so I'll show myself this way.
I'm really into ERP, but for some reason
Yeah,
I
that's
really
a no
enjoy
for
just
me.
having.
Whips and handcuffs. Whips and handcuffs.
That's a no for me. That's a no for me.
Alright then.
Anything you're comfortable with. Again, I'm always about you being okay. The only thing I kind of expect, just because I have fun with it, is like movie nights and stuff like that.
Is everything about me and not you? Like, I'm confused by what you said earlier.
Oh, I just want to make sure that you're comfortable.
Okay, that's a yes for me.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay. That's
Given
a no
up.
for me.
You've given up. How do you handle conflicts and challenges? How do you go about like dealing with those with your partner?
Just block them, you know?
It's not a bad answer, to be honest.
For the
You
most
gotta talk
part,
it out. Like, what?
yeah, it's about coming to an understanding. To build a strong relationship, you don't necessarily have to agree on everything, but you have to try to come to like an understanding as to why the person you're talking to may think in that certain way, and you just have to kind of come to accept it, you know?
Yes. I like that answer. That's a yes for me.
It's a lot of communication. That's my big thing, where I approach things very in depth and through a rational method. Usually conflict's best when you spend a lot of time talking about the issues and trying to figure out a solution where both parties could be fine with it.
I like your answer. That's a yes for me.
A lot of conflict can be solved through communication. I have a therapist.
Yes.
I talk about my conflicts with my therapist first. Let's get an opinion on it, and then once I have my thoughts all cleared out, I kind of like mention it to my partner. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. How do you feel?
Understandable. I'm sort of the same way, so that's a yes for me.
Pretty good at handling conflict. Pretty patient. I don't usually end up angry or holding a grudge. If something happens and for some reason you end up hurting me, I'm usually pretty open to just hearing out the story.
I like that. That's a yes for me.
So no matter what it is, we need to be able to talk things through and like come to an understanding. If it's like really heated, I think it's important to just like separate for a little bit, to go cool off and do a retake when emotions aren't that high.
I like your answer. That's a yes for me. That's a W answer.
I want to be there for you. I want to make sure that you have support, and then hopefully you can do the same thing for me. With conflict between each other, I hope that we're able to sit down and talk about it, and if it doesn't get resolved, just take a little break, calm down, and if anything, if it gets bad enough, then I will think maybe the relationship didn't work, and maybe at a separate time we can get together again when the conflict is resolved.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
Oh, okay.
I would want us to, you know, sit down and talk about it, see if we could come to some sort of understanding of why this happened.
Do you yell when you're angry or upset?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's a yes
It's
for
very
me.
rare if I yell.
What are your long-term goals? You can answer that however you want to.
Trying to become a software engineer. Been starting off with web development for a bit. I used to work as a
Oh, you're
chef.
smart. Yes for me.
A little bit. Thank
My long-term goal is to buy a house through working. My job is as an online influencer. I make ASMR. It's going pretty well. I quit my day job a couple months ago. Maybe I'll be able to buy a house in a couple years. We'll see though.
I feel like getting a house, like owning your own property, is pretty basic. So, that's a no for me.
I'm just trying to work on getting further in my field right now. I install fiber optics for my ISP, but I'm trying to get further ahead and be able to work on their servers. Have my company provide me with the training for that.
Okay. That's a yes for me.
Go out like Bonnie and Clyde, rob
Yeah,
banks,
it's
go
no
all
for
the way
me.
down to Mexico.
I recently quit my job as a CNC operator. I'm now doing a course for programming. Eventually, hopefully, I'll be a software programmer. The ultimate goal is being happy.
I like that answer. That's a yes for me.
I want to go study cybersecurity. By the end of this year, I'm going to go try to get into a cybersecurity course. And my big reason for going cybersecurity is the show Cyberpunk Edge Runner on Netflix.
Yes, I like the game.
Yeah.
The game is really cool.
Oh yeah, the game as well. No, so the whole like concept of Lucy hacking into stuff is like so cool.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
That's a yes for me.
My ultimate goal is to be a youth director at my local Boys and Girls Club. I love to work with kids.
That's very wholesome and I love that. That's so cute. That's a yes for me.
My long-term goal is to travel the world, honestly. I want to visit as many places as I can.
How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna get there?
Well, of course I'm going to work and get money. Probably start a business, you know.
Okay.
Invest in some companies.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
Okay, the next one is what kind of support do you need in a relationship and what kind of support would you give in return? Or like how would you help her through things in return?
The support that I like to see is just kind of like words of affirmation, like just knowing that you're listening to me is really important. It kind of helps a lot to know that someone is on your side kind of thing. If I were to support you, probably like, I don't know, maybe like dog treats or something like that, just when you like have performed well, I guess, would be fine.
No.
I usually don't have morale support around me because I normally am just doing things on my own, so I would like to have a person beside me that would let me know, hey, you're doing well, like keep going at it and just give me that morale boost that I need to like endure through some
That's
of
the
the
bare
more
minimum.
difficult stuff. I've been doing things solo, so I like to have that happen.
You got her on her knees.
I give back in my current...
Is that answer?
In my current environment, the physical work, like when they need something to be done, I'm always there to help fix it. I want to try moving away from that and more towards moral support as well, but obviously I'm still very much able to like do all the physical stuff as needed.
I like that answer. That's a yes for me.
Usually pretty good with my own mental health, but sometimes I guess I just really want someone to just listen to me and not really problem solve. I can do the problem solving and I'm really good at it, but usually listening is something I end up just doing for like 2 or 3 or even 4 hours. Kinda depends on the person as well though. Some people just have a different way of wanting that emotional support.
Yes for me.
You don't really want to be too over-optimistic, you know? If something seems bleak, then it's just not possible whatsoever. Sometimes you just have to be real with your significant other, because you don't want them to mess up in a really bad way, because leading someone into a really bad situation is a horrible thing, honestly. Support them when you can, you know?
Yeah, I like that answer. I respect that. That's a yes for me.
I like emotional support, even if you just like need someone to like rant to, you know, because sometimes stuff happens. You don't necessarily need a solution, but just someone to listen. Moral support, if you had a bad day, you need a pick me up. I think I'm a pretty funny guy. I can always help with stuff like that, and I'd like to get that in return as well.
Veritable. That's a yes for me.
I just want to be able to talk to one another, you know, be there when the other is needed. Talk about anything, whether it's happy news, sad news, upsetting, something that affected you a long time ago, something that happened recently. Just anything you need. To an extent. There's some things that I don't really know if I could help, but I'll try to just be there.
Yeah, that's a yes for me.
I believe in loving life and that we all have our good ups and downs. It's important to respect and support everyone around us. I believe in supporting people no matter what they're going
That's a
through.
very
and giving the best.
respectable answer, and that's a yes for me.
I'll be there if you ever need to talk or if you want to vent. when you're angry or sad. I'll always be there to help you out. Trying my best to pick you up when you're feeling down.
That's sweet. That's very sweet. That's a yes for me.
Alright, so what, the girl and the quieter guy, right?
I like them both
Find a way to...
equally right now.
We can get AI to help us determine which one is more compatible. Or you can say your own questions if you want. You've probably got your own questions, huh?
Yeah, actually I want to ask my own questions.
Okay.
Too.
All
Yeah,
right.
seems better. Actually.
Between those two people, do you think they're actually the two people you're most interested in? Or is it like other people you're equally as interested in, but they just got less?
I'm just mostly interested in those two.
Just those two?
Honest.
Okay, so the questions worked. You feel like it was pretty accurate? Like the people who got more and the people who got less was actually the people you're more and least interested in?
Yeah, it was very accurate. I got
Okay,
to know
that's
them
cool.
and the personality in there. Yeah.
Cool. AI for the win, I guess.
Let's start off with how old are you?
25.
I'm 6.5 years old.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 19.
Oh my god. Periods and age, late. In the future, would you consider living together IRL?
Well, of course, if the relationship goes far enough. I've always wanted to have like a little cabin on like an ocean front.
So sweet.
If it's like something that we have a very high trust in a casual relationship, then yes, I could see that happening. But if it's serious, then I would like to have a cohabitation.
Does use of that word change your opinion?
Yeah, it's a big word.
Yeah.
It's like zoo-like. You can like share the same habitat together. That sounds good.
Aliens.
Once we're more comfortable and close, how often would you feel comfortable in meeting IRL?
Depends on how long we spend time together on VRC. If it's like just an IRL meetup, after a couple months, around half a year. It's usually where I keep my boundaries for my other online friends too.
Okay. What about you, Basic?
He's got all these
As
like
long as we're
fucking.
both comfortable and it's been more than I say around a year, because it really takes a year to get to know a person, to see how they act, just to really understand their way of doing
Trying to
things.
be on your level.
And then, of course, meeting up at a mutual place, like halfway, not where we're from, just so if the meetup doesn't go as well, we don't have to worry.
I like that a lot.
You should ask if they're able to tolerate all of the noises you were doing when I found you. Maybe that's kind of hard to tolerate.
Me personally, sometimes I could be like very non-talkative, or I'm very talkative and very loud. I have like little tics here and there where I make weird noises or I act weird. I'm very loud and chaotic. Are you guys comfortable?
Join the club. Join the club. That's all I can say. The only issue with my place is that they always tell me to shut up because of that. I feel your pain.
What about you,
I'm
Basic?
perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with noises or you being quiet. I'll cater to whatever you need, really.
That is so sweet. That was very sweet for the both of you.
What's something about you guys which you think is most likely to hold people back from getting into a relationship with you?
People usually say I'm boring. I'm not spontaneous. They say that I overthink stuff a lot, that I end up spending too much time thinking and not enough time doing at the end, which is something I've been trying to work on.
Probably my quote-unquote overprotectiveness. Not like if we're out somewhere and somebody talks to you, I'm gonna be upset about it, but just if I know you're not doing well, I want to be there to make sure you're okay, to be able to talk to you, and some people don't like how much I do that.
Okay. Would you choose yourself over your partner when it comes to certain scenarios? Give everything and ruin yourself. Like, I don't know how to word this.
I think I kind of understand the gist of the feeling behind that question, where it's like you're willing to put stuff on the line just to help. There needs to be a little bit more context as well, because like there's a bunch of scenarios that run through my head when you say that. Like, is it their physical well-being? Is it like their mental well-being? Did they like just lose
Physical
their job?
and mental, I guess. Mostly mental.
Okay. If it's mostly mental, it would be a long conversation, just a long line of communication, see what would happen, and like try and work out a solution. But if it really is no way possible, and like let's say I have to quit my job, move out, and like let's say it's a serious relationship and I do have to move in with you, it's like my own mental obligation that I signed up for. when I started as a serious relationship.
Okay.
I will be there for as much as I can. I can't promise that I'll do what he said and like move and quit my job and just be there for you, because I do need to do things for me as well. But I will try and help you through whatever you're going through, and I always want to be there for you.
I like that. I like both of those answers. Children, how do you guys feel about that?
Currently, everything is way too fucked up to have children. I can't say for the future, like, normally I don't really care for having them, because honestly, it's just way too fucked up right now.
I agree with that fully.
I love children. I don't know how, if we would have children. I heard they can do like a bone marrow thing.
That's very new. I don't know much about that.
Parents, they can probably pull off one with two.
Sorry, but I love kids and I would love to have kids.
Okay.
I've got an AI to generate some stuff if you want me to go through. It said, can you give some deeper, which can help find who she likes, even though both options are really good people. And then it said questions. What are some of your core values and how does it influence your decision making at a time when you face significant challenges? How do you see your ideal partner supporting and challenging you? What is your definition of love and how has it changed over time? How do you envision your future? What is your communication style? I've already asked that before. The moment in your life when you felt truly vulnerable. I feel like these still aren't really getting, like, they're not gritty enough, you know? How do you balance personal independence? How do you show love and affection? I can ask it, like, elaborate more on, like, what kind of questions for it to generate more.
I like the last two. Could we do the last two?
You can do whatever you want. I don't know what's important for you in a relationship.
Could you ask the last two questions?
Did you ask this guy how tall he is? Was that the one you did ask?
6'2".
He's 6'2".
I did not ask.
Yeah, there you go.
How tall are you, basic?
I'm 5'4".
That's fine, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you can ask whatever you want if any of those are helpful.
I'm sorry, I don't like short girls. I like tall women. I like tall women, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shocking.
It's over. It's over.
It's okay. You don't need it. It's okay.
Well, there we go.
You don't need it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, you should have agreed better at 6'4".
I feel so bad.
Shake
Oh, what a
hands.
beautiful
Good
moment.
Game. Shake hands. Good game.
Stop right now.
Oh, I didn't even realize you were on desktop the whole time. Do you have VR or are you just on desktop?
Yeah, I have VR. I do.
Oh, okay. Are you on PC VR or Quest? Do you have full body?
PC VR.
Okay.
PC.
Alright. That's good though. PC
No, I
VR
don't.
is good.
It's fine. It's fine. That body's fine.